A very interesting day in the market. A lot of interesting news coming your way, starting from the Reliance and Tesla joint venture to the state of a deepfake incident which occurred recently. Then we'll move into inflows which happened in the equity mutual funds in 2024. A lot of things coming in your way, but before that, let's look at today what happened in the market. It was a strong day in the market with the BSE Sensex reaching highs of 75,038. It started off at 74,900 ranges, finishing the day very strongly. The Nifty also had a very strong trading session today. It ended at 22,753, started off slightly slow and then ended the day positively. Now coming to the top performing stocks in the Nifty 50 today, the top 5 were Coal India. It had a change of 3.56% today, followed by BPCL, Hindalco, ITC and Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank had a very good day today, rising by 2.26% after a long time getting struggled in that 1720-1740 range. The top losers for the day included HDFC Life, Cipla, Maruti Suzuki, Divi's Labs and Shriram Finance. Now let's talk a little about the stocks which performed extremely well today. Firstly, in terms of the stocks which had exceptionally high trading volumes today, the list includes Tanla Platforms, which had a 17.5 times rise in trading volumes today. So go and check the fundamental and technical state of Tanla Platforms right now. Followed by Jubilant Ingrevia, which had a 11.8x rise in its volumes. Data Patterns, which has a 11.4x rise in its volumes. Some of the other mentionable names here include Aegis Logistics, Godavari Power and Ispat Limited, NMDC Steel and Shop of Top Limited. Now, if we look at the stocks which had very high price movements today, some of them include Data Patterns in price movement increased by 11.9% today, followed by Jubilant Ingrevia, NMDC Steel, HEG Limited, Tanla Platforms, Archean Chemical Industries Limited, Vedanta Limited and Gujarat Fluorochemicals. So these were some of the stocks which did very well when you look at their price volumes actions. So whenever such high price volume actions takes place in any particular stock, it is your duty as fundamental investors to go and check what has happened fundamentally in the company over the past few days and also what are the current technical levels of that particular stock. Now let's move into the next section. Now we'll talk about some of the most important news and updates that you need to know so as to be very ready for tomorrow's trading session so that you can make a proper judgment regarding any positions you take up. So let's begin with those. Firstly, inflows into the equity mutual fund schemes were down 16% in March. Small caps registered a net outflow of 95 crore last month against an inflow of rupees 2,922 crores in the previous month. This is mainly because the market regulator SEBI had expressed serious concerns over the froth in the particular segment. You guys also must be remembering the 3 or 4 trading sessions in which the small cap and the mid cap indexes almost fell by 10-12%. So this is a particular result of that. Also, mid cap funds registered a lower fund inflow of rupees 1018 crore against rupees 1808 crores in February. So whenever any changes in mutual fund flows happen, it is essential to look into those particular stocks which are linked to this industry. Some of the notable names here include CAM, CDSL, etc. Now let's move into the second news. The most important news trading in the market right now and which is under a lot of focus from the media is Reliance Industries is in focus today amidst this joint venture talks with Tesla. Discussions are underway between Tesla and Reliance Industries regarding a potential joint venture aimed at building manufacturing facility in the country. You guys must be remembering that in 2023 AGM, in the Reliance Industry AGM, they had shared plans to set up a battery gigafactory by 2026. It also secured the central government's backing last year under the production linked incentive scheme to set up a 5 gigawatt hour battery manufacturing plant in India. Meanwhile, as you must be knowing, due to problems with China, Tesla is now preparing for its first major setup and shipment into India and also has plans for a major manufacturing push. Reports suggest that Tesla has initiated the production of right-hand drive vehicles at its facility in Germany marking progress towards a potential entry into the Indian market later this year. Officials from Tesla are also supposed to come to India to see potential sites to set up their $2 billion to $3 billion production facility. The most important part over here is that via this joint venture with Tesla, Reliance Industries will be able to harness the latest developments in EV infrastructure, so that even in future, if they wish to enter the automobile industry, specifically with respect to the EV space, it would be a great place for them to start with. The next piece of information comes from Protean e-Government Technologies. Shares of this particular company were up 3% on the news that the company is looking to fund raise through a qualified institutional placement. So what does Protean e-Government Technologies do? It is basically a company which is involved in creating digital public infrastructure and developing innovative citizen-centric e-governance solutions. Okay, recently this company also made an IPO. The QIP offering is set to include a base issue size of rupees 170 crore along with a greenshoe option of 75 crores, which was reported by CNBC TV 18. Equirius has been selected as the banker for this transaction. So it's interesting to see how the price volume action happens as Protean e-Government Technologies moves forward with the QIP. The next piece of important information comes from Ether Industries today. They informed the exchanges that they have achieved the continuous operations of a pilot plant that transforms post-consumer polyethylene plastic waste into virgin quality monomers, in collaboration with a US company called Novoloop, which is into plastic circular economy technology. This will actually help Ether to reduce its carbon footprint by 91%. This is something which Ether has done, which will directly affect the ESG practices of the particular company, and I feel in future more and more automobile companies will move into this particular place where they will be utilizing technologies to lower their carbon footprint. The next piece of information comes from NSE. Basically, NSE warned against fake videos of its MD and CEO Ashish Kumar Chauhan recommending stocks via a circular today. So basically there were some videos in which Mr. Chauhan was shown to recommend certain particular stocks. They said that this had been created using very sophisticated AI technologies using deepfake technology. This indicates that the widespread misuse of deepfake and AI technologies has become rampant, and it is very essential that legal procedures be set up to tackle this with the rampant growth in the AI industry. The next piece of information and the last important source of information from today comes from Piramal Pharma. So the stock rose 1.49% on the NSE today following the launch of BOHEM. BOHEM is their men's grooming range. This includes a hair removal spray, a beard growth oil and an underarm roll-on. The company said, adding that the BOHEM draws from Bohemian, signifying unconventional identity or lifestyle. Nitish Bajaj, the chief executive within the company's consumer products division, said that the men's grooming spends now constitute almost 11% of the entire grooming category, shaping a market ripe for innovation. So men's grooming is not only a growing market, it is also a very underpenetrated market, given the major focus up till now has been on female grooming. So Piramal Pharma has done a great job by introducing BOHEM. Now they are also saying that with future launches, they will also move into serums, skin gels and all of the other related line items with respect to men's grooming. So this is something which comes from the stock of Piramal Pharma. I hope you guys have got a good understanding of the most important news which happened today. If you guys found all of this information useful for your trading session tomorrow, please drop a like and also subscribe to my channel. See you soon with very important market news tomorrow. Bye bye.